Hello and welcome to this week's anime news. Now I've got a lot of titles to talk about today, so let's just get straight into it. First up, Kyoto Animation has announced a production for Kyokai no Kanata. It's a light novel that came out last May and they had a commercial that went along with it, and the commercial looked amazing. Everyone was really excited for this really awesome looking animation, but it of course was never announced because it was just a commercial for the light novel. They've announced the anime production and I'm really happy to see a lot more action coming out of Kyoto Animation, especially after Tamako Market. The Silver Spoon anime, or Jinno Seiji, from the creator of Fullmetal Alchemist, has been announced to be coming out in summer in the Noitamina block. So that means it's either going to be 11 episodes or 22 episodes. I'm not sure, they haven't announced that much yet, but that is going to be starting in summer or July. But the Noitamina block has also announced that they've got original animation coming as well, which is really exciting because the last original animation was, of course, Psycho Pass. So it's going to be cool. And the 1972 series Gatchaman is also going to be coming out in summer or July, and it is based off the series of the same name from 1972. It's come out in America with a few different names. I'm not going to list them all, but they've had a lot of dubs. Some of them have been really bad, some of them apparently been really good, but it's been out of print since ADV Films went. So it's really exciting to see a new take on the genre, especially considering it is an old kind of beat 'em up style, action-y type thing. So I'm really excited to see that. And now in second series news, I have to start off with this because I know that I'm super excited for this one, but Kuroko no Basuke is slated to come out in September. Now they're already kind of announced that it's going to come out in September. They're like, oh, it might, because they're re-airing it at the moment, and because of the amount of episodes that will finish in September. So they've said like, yeah, it's coming out in September. They've just announced a second series for Infinite Stratos. And now I'm just rewatching Infinite Stratos, and firstly, this dub is just ugh. But I can't say I'm too excited for it because Infinite Stratos was decent and that was about it. It wasn't amazingly good, nor was it terrible. I mean, it was very generic in a lot of ways, so I'm not that excited for it, but I know it has lots of fans, so I hope people can be like, yeah, it's coming out, it's going to be super exciting, because apparently that's something that's happening. At the end of the run of the first series, and yes, I said first series of Little Busters, they announced Little Busters Refrain, which is what After Story was to Clannad to Little Busters. Apparently the emotion dial is going to be turned up to 1 billion, and it's apparently going to have a lot of tears. I haven't seen Little Busters because it wasn't that great, didn't hold my attention that well, but apparently Refrain is better than Clannad After Story, or at least the visual novel part was, whereas the start of the Little Busters visual novel wasn't as good as the start of Clannad. Apparently they're doing quite a good time at adapting, including all the really bad parts. So apparently Refrain may be amazing. I'm not hopeful because it's JC Staff, but yeah. The World Only Knows, who announced that there's going to be a third season coming soon, is actually airing in summer. It's coming like now. We'll see it next season. That's so cool. I'm really excited. The World Only Knows is like one of the most amazing shows. I don't know why it's so amazing, but it just is. And the visual style of the new artwork that has come out seems like they've upped the ante a lot, kind of like what they did to the second season of Hagani. So I'm gonna say I'm super pumped to see a third season of World Only Knows. But in other news, Shinichi Watanabe, the director of Excel Saga and Techimuyo GXP, has just had a heart attack and he's recovering very well. He posted a picture on his Facebook. He's just like, yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. The 9th light novel of Hagani has been delayed indefinitely. Now, this is the second time it's been delayed from, I think, February, and it was supposed to come out on April the 29th, but nope, it's not going to be a thing. And that makes me really sad because that means the third season cannot be in the works until that and another light novel comes out, so But you guys will be happy to know that Aniplex has announced the license for Pure Magica Magica, the movies, which they already had the license. I mean, they brought it out in cinemas, so it's not much of a problem. But they have announced that the DVDs and Blu-rays will be coming out the same time as Japan as an import purchase, much like Fate Zero. They're not too bad in cost. They're about $90 for both films in one collection. So that's pretty decent for the Blu-ray, in my opinion. I mean, over here, anime films like $40, and because it is a Japanese import, I could imagine why it is so much. And you can pre-order it right now for a release on July 30th. They also said on the page that it can be shipped to the US, Canada, England, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Central America, and South America. But it cannot be shipped to Japan, which is kind of understandable due to content restrictions. But it will not probably work in your Blu-ray player because, well, we're like Australia and North America and Japan are in 2 different regions, so that doesn't help at all when trying to watch things. And I'm not buying a whole new Blu-ray player just to watch a movie, although it is Magica, and it does come with character commentaries. Yeah. But of course, there's been all the anime news for this week that I have found. If you have anything you'd like me to talk about next week, then you can just tweet me it or whatever. I'm quite easy to find. But of course, I'm Dr. You have been watching this week's anime news, and of course, until next week, guys, Martine.